Hey, it's Jason from Pro Guitar Studio, and today we're going to talk about arpeggiated chords. Now, a lot of rhythm guitar players tend to leave this aspect of rhythm guitar playing out until it becomes so entrenched that they're only strumming all the time, and it's very hard to actually arpeggiate a chord. Okay, so first off, I should add in the definition of what an arpeggio is. So an arpeggio is a broken chord. So instead of strumming all the notes at one time, we're going to play them individually. Okay, so the idea here is I'm giving you an exercise to work on this skill, so when it comes time to play a song or write something with this, you'll be much more well equipped and more comfortable with this technique. Okay, so let's just dive right in and we'll talk about the chords. So there's only 3 chords here. We have a G, okay, so 3rd fret string 6, 2nd fret string number 5, 3rd fret string number 1. Okay, we have a C, 3rd fret string 5, 2nd fret string number 4, 1st fret string number 2. And then the D is a funky version of a D, but it's basically a D chord. We slide the C shape up, okay? So we're going to play the C shape on the 5th fret, so ring finger on the 5th fret, middle finger on the 4th fret of string 4, index on the 3rd fret of string number 2. And we have the D with an added 11th there. And on top here is a 9th, right? So we can call it a D add 9 add 11, or a D sus. It wouldn't be a sus in this case here, because we have the 3rd interval. But in any case, D add 9 add 11 would be a nice way to put this. Okay, so that's the way I would call it. It's still a version of a D chord, so I tend to think of it as D. If I want like a funky version of a D, something more melodic and interesting, I'll tend to do this shape here. Okay, so diving into the arpeggio part here. So going to the G chord, we're going to pick string 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're trying to get 8 notes total, and that's why I'm skipping the 5th string. I'm also skipping the 5th string because when I go to the C chord, it'll sound much more together. It'll sound better. It will transition nicer than if I did 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because when we go to the C chord, we have this high note on top. Okay, so we're trying to keep the notes as close together as we can. So I do that twice. Now I go to the C chord and I play string 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you'll notice I do a mix of down and up picking. You can sweep through the strings if you want, or you're just dragging the pick along. Or for now, you can just pick whatever way it works for you. So if you have to do all down picks, go for it. Whatever allows you to play in time. Okay, so the C chord is twice in a row. Back to the G again. And then our funky D chord. So that's the same picking pattern as the C chord. Twice in a row, okay? Back to our G. C again, twice, so twice each. The G chord, just once. The D, funky D, just once. And then the G, we're gonna go just string 6, 4, 3, 2, and then string C on string 5, 4, 3, 2, and then strum the G chord. So the end there I had G, C. Okay, now, another cool thing to note here is that when I'm playing the G chord, I'm not always doing a full G. And this is another little trick that you'll pick up along the way. So often if I'm arpeggiating a chord, even if I'm strumming from a G to a C, you might see me do this. And it doesn't look like a G at all, but really it is. It's the same notes from a G. We have a G note. We're skipping the 5th string, okay, a D, G, and B. So we have all the notes from a G major chord, G, B, and D, just in a different package. So this is the same thing. We're just doubling up some notes, okay? So when I'm arpeggiating this, I'm only using one finger, and if you see me going from the 6th to the 1st string, my pinky finger grabs on the 1st string, but I'm not actually pushing down on the 5th string. Although in the PDF, if you have a PDF for this, all students here who have access to this, you'll see it written as a regular G shape, just because it's easier to see it that way, okay? So again, G twice, C twice, G twice, funky D twice, back to G twice, C twice, G, D, half G, half D, or sorry, half C, and then back to G. All right, so I mean, this is nice and short and sweet, but the real thing here is giving you an opportunity to start working on arpeggios without having a real song to play. Okay, so this is an actual piece, but it's not like a song that you know and you can recognize. Okay, so as you work through this, you're going to work on your picking skills. You're going to work on your ability to change chords, where we're playing chords one note at a time. It's a much different approach than strumming. Okay. And so that's what I would work on here, just really getting comfortable with your picking pattern. You might need to look at this picking hand for a little bit of time before you can actually pick through without looking. And you'll see me when I'm playing it. I don't really need to look at my picking hand. That's because I've been doing this for years, okay? So it's something I've gotten used to. And I know which strings are where. And I can feel it by anchoring my pinky finger there. So that's another little trick in my strumming hand. Anchor the pinky finger so that I know where I am, okay? So there we go, arpeggiated chords. Have fun with this one. If you have questions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this each week, and I'll see you soon.